Everyone, it's Sam. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be a back to school drugstore haul. I went to Walmart like twice and I realized that everything I was picking up was to get ready to go back to school, so I decided why not share it with you. First product is a holy grail product for me. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. I decided to get a new color because the color C3 that I usually use is way too light for me right now, so I decided to get it in a darker shade. This is the color C5, which is classic beige. I actually mixed them both today and it's actually a little too light still. It might look okay. My neck is always more pale than my body, so as you can see it's like still a little bit pale, like my chest and stuff, but if you have dry, normal, or combination skin, you need to try this foundation. If you haven't yet, it's my holy grail foundation. It gives you like a light medium coverage, but it looks so natural, glowy, and looks like skin. It just covers any light imperfection. If you have anything major, you might need a little bit of concealer, but it's just a holy grail product. I just need it in my life. I'm actually wondering if I'm going to be running out of this one because I'm realizing it's not as heavy, so I'm wondering, I wish you could see how much there is left. I wear this whenever I have any school stuff to do, like any events or something. I always go back to this one. On a daily basis, I usually go with the Lioele BB cream. This is the Beyond the Solution one. It's not as thick as the Triple the Solution one, and it looks very natural. If you have NW15, NW20, and MAC foundations, you need to try this. Especially if you have dry skin, it just looks flawless on the skin. I love this, and actually I just picked up this one too because back to school, right? But back to drugstore products. Obviously had to pick up some Bobbi Pins and some elastic because I always lose them, don't we all? I really don't know what happens to them, but I just always need them when I go back to school, just because in a rush in the morning the last thing you want to do is look for an elastic. This product is actually new for me. I was really excited to see that it was on sale. This is the Physician Formula Bronze Booster Bronzer in the color medium to dark. They had one open in light to medium, but it looked so light that I decided to go with the dark one. And it's not that dark, to be honest. If you have any type of tan, you will need to go with the dark one. So this is what it looks like. I've heard so many people raving about it, but I would never pick it up just because in Canada I think it's $19, which is just crazy to me. Drugstore should be affordable, right? But it was $6 on sale, so I decided it's now or never. So I decided to try it. I love how finely milled it is. It's a little bit on the warm side, but not too much whenever you have any type of tan. Not sure you're going to be able to see. Oh yeah, I think you can. But it's a beautiful color. It's very finely milled. It blends beautifully. And I like that it's not overly pigmented. I hate, especially in the mornings, to just get ready quickly and you use something that is too pigmented and you have to like blend it out for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes we don't have, so I think it's great to have something that is buildable and very easily blendable like this one. I'm hoping I'm going to be loving it as much as everybody else. A few weeks ago I did a video comparing 11 mascaras, most of them being from the drugstore. I will link that video down below if you haven't seen it because I think it's very useful to see how they look like on my eyes. All of them, I have pictures included in the video, but one mascara that everybody was telling me you need to try this one, and I will be doing a first impression on it. It is the L'Oreal Telescopic Original in Black is Black. Everyone is saying that the mascara is like the best they've ever tried, and I want to try the best mascara ever, right? So I'm hoping I'm going to be loving it as much as everyone because once again, I think it was $12. Is it me or everything at the drugstore is now very expensive? Like the new L'Oreal Nude, La Palette Nude, it was $25 Canadian. I was like, whoa, like we're at Walmart. It's supposed to be very inexpensive and wasn't. Anyway, $12. I'm hoping it's going to be well worth it. The other day, I was mentioning that I really love this color. This is the color Fairest Nude L'Oreal lipstick. I love this color so much. Actually, I probably will be doing a drugstore video all about my favorite everyday neutral shades. I love this color. Not crazy about the scent, by the way, but the color is great. If you have very fair skin, it might look a little bit brown, but if you have any type of a little bit of tan, it looks more pink. Gorgeous color. And everybody told me that I needed to try this color. This was probably the one that was mentioned like 10 times. And it is the color Saucy Mauve, and it's the one I'm wearing right now. It is such a beautiful color. I would have never picked it up just because I don't really love the packaging and I'm not crazy about the scent, so I never look at that range of colors, but holy moly, this is a gorgeous color. I'm wearing it right now. It's kind of beautiful, like mauve-y with a hint of pink. It's perfect even for every day. Like it's not overly purpled, so if you're scared of purples, you need to try this one. So I'm wearing it right now, and it's not as pigmented as the color in the tube. It looks a little bit more purple. On my lips, it's a little bit more pink, and I had to build it up a little bit, which I kind of don't mind. I do have pretty pigmented lips, so it might look even less purple on you if you have not as pigmented lips. I love the formula of these just because they're very creamy. They don't build up any, you know, They don't do the white lines, they don't end up looking cakey at any point. After you eat, you will need to reapply, but it reapplies really well, like it won't start looking cakey, so love it. It's apparently my new type of color, by the way, because I picked up 2 similar-ish colors to that one, so hope you enjoy this type of color because you're gonna see me wear those for a while. I don't own many of the Maybelline the original range. This one is the purple one, and this color is the color Mauve Mania, which again, I would have never picked it up. Someone left this one in the Rimmel line, and I opened it up and I realized it's not swatched, so I decided to try it, and oh my god. Such a beautiful color. It's a little bit darker, a little bit more purple than the Saucy Mauve, but such a beautiful color. I just couldn't resist it. I'm really happy I saw it. So I've never heard anyone mention this color. It was Mauve Mania. So if you are in the drugstore looking for a beautiful purpley lips, this is a great option too. Last one from that type of color, I swear. That's how it goes, right? You start loving one type of color and you buy like 10. It's ridiculous. I decided to try another one of the Rimmel Lasting Finish. This is kind of the original packaging, like the older ones. I realized the other day I was starting to wear Airy Fairy again, and I realized the formula is actually great. Why do I not own more of these? But it's probably because packaging looks kind of old and cheap. The color I got is the color Asia, which in the store it looks like a beautiful, again, a little bit more pink color than the other ones. But it seems like there might be a little bit of frost. I realized that when I was outside, so I'm hoping it's not too frost. Watch to show it to you if there is any frost or not. Worst case scenario, I can always put a gloss over the top, but it looks like a beautiful color. Again, same type of mauve color. In the mornings, I don't necessarily have time to fill my brows, and they need a little bit of help, like just a little bit, you know? Don't necessarily have time to fill them out properly, but Tinted Brow Gel to the rescue. I did a video, again, not too long ago, comparing like 3 different ones, and everyone was saying try the L'Oreal one because it's awesome. So I decided to try it. This is the Brow Stylist Plumper. I got the color medium to dark because obviously they do have a transparent one and a lighter one. It's apparently just as good as the Benefit Gimme Brow, which I really love. Apparently it's as good. If it is, it's cheaper, so why not? I'm just realizing that I got a lot of L'Oreal products, but I swear I'm not sponsored. It's just happened that way. I was in need of eyeliners. Whenever I have time, I do love wearing a wing liner to school, and I decided to try 2 new ones. I haven't worn a gel liner in a while. The one that I have from Maybelline is starting to dry out right now, so I decided to try the L'Oreal one. I tried it twice so far, and I have to say it's super black, which I do very enjoy. It is matte. I'm actually wearing it today, not that you could really see with that distance, but I have to say so far I've been impressed. It didn't smudge whatsoever, which is a deal breaker. When they do, it's just no. But this one worked great. The second one I decided to try was the Infallible Never Fail liquid eyeliner. This is the super slim one, so I decided to try it. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it and what you think of it. I am always on the hunt for the perfect liners, especially from the drugstore. There's a few that I like that are more expensive, but on a daily basis, I prefer something a little bit more affordable just so I don't run out as fast. So let me know which ones are your favorite from drugstore. I know the Physician formula has a great one too, but again, it's expensive. I was looking for makeup remover wipes, but they were completely out of. I usually use the double pack from like Walmart. They're very affordable. I think they're $8, but you get like 2 packs of 60, so always use those. And I also wanted a travel pack to put in my purse, but they were out of the Neutrogena one, so I decided to get this one from a dollar store, as you can see. It was $1.25 for 25 of them, so I decided why not. And I have to say, they're okay, they're not amazing, but they did a trick. It's very useful to have some in your purse or backpack just because, you know, sometimes you just want to remove that makeup or that lipstick that looks or you want to apply a lipstick but your lips need a little bit of exfoliation. It works great. Nail polish. If you haven't tried the Wet n Wild ones, you need to. They're super affordable. I think they're $2 and they last so well on the nail. I was wearing another color last week and it was lasting me so well, like over a week, which never happens to me, so I decided to try this one. This is the color Sugar Coat, which I'm actually wearing right now. I did need to apply 3 coats with this one, which is always the case I feel with lighter colors. The only thing I don't like about them is the fact that the little brush is so thick, so you have to get used to that, but otherwise the formula is great. Another holy grail product that I knew I needed for the everyday life for back to school, concealer. Under eye concealer is like a must because gonna get tired and you will need to cover those. So I decided to try 2 new colors. I do have one right here, which is the color Fair, which is the lightest one. I know it's number 15 and the number 10 is light, but trust me, Fair is way more fair. I will be including swatches so you can see. So Fair is the lightest one. It's more pink tone. Number 10 is Light, which is more of a warm tone. It's more yellow. And finally, Sen, which is number 20, which is clearly yellow. So I'm currently wearing Sen. It works perfectly for me right now. So I needed a darker one because the only dark concealer I have right now is the Urban Decay one, and super expensive, so I don't want to start using that on a daily basis. So I decided to try this one. Love this formula. Honestly, if you haven't tried it, I think it's a holy grail for most people just because it's affordable, but it gives you a medium coverage. And I feel like it looks so natural under the eyes and doesn't emphasize any dryness. I personally don't like to use any powder over it just because I have dry skin and it starts looking a little bit more cakey. But on a daily basis, I don't necessarily set my concealer, so this is great. On my trip to a second Walmart, I got the new Rimmel Neutral Nude line. And I love that Walmart even though it's way further away, but they tape everything. So nobody opened it. I was trying to look at those at a closer Walmart, but all of them were open and smashed. And why do you always open a new one to just smash it too or touch it? Like, if you think the tester is disgusting, why do you do the same thing to the next one? Like, I think it's just disgusting. People, I will never understand why people like always open a new one even though there's already one that has been opened, but you know, ew, I don't want to touch it. So they do the same thing to the next one and just leave it there and you can never buy the colors you want. So anyway, that Walmart is awesome just because they're all taped. Even the concealer, you can see probably, this one is taped. Yes, thank you. So I was able to find all of them at that Walmart. Super happy about it. So there's 4 different colors in the collection. The first one is the color 40, which is a very light, warm lipstick. It is white based, so I'm a little scared it's going to be emphasizing any fine line or dry patches on my lips. I will let you know, but I'm pretty sure it will. They tend to do that, so I usually just apply a little bit of gloss over the top or just mix it up with something else. So if you have more tan skin, I would probably skip this one. Number 42 is probably going to be one of my favorites. It is such a gorgeous pinky neutral shade. It just has everything you want, right? It's still a little bit on the warm side, a little bit more peachy, so if you have very, very cool tone skin, you might not love this one. If you have more warm tone skin, you will love this one. It's still pretty light, but it's not white based, so a lot more wearable. Number 43 is really, really creamy, and it's not as white based as number 40 either, so it's more of a brownie or nude. Looks gorgeous once again. Warm tone also, and the last one is the color 45, which again is going to be one of my favorites because ta-da! Dusty pink colors are still my thing. I can never be without them. If you have more of a cool undertone, this one is the color for you. It's just gorgeous. It's not that much darker, to be honest, even though it's the darkest one. The range of color is pretty limited, but it's a gorgeous color, a little bit more cool tone, like I said, but still beautiful pink. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this haul. Let me know in the comments what are your must-have to go back to school. Any lipstick, any foundation, concealers, mascara? Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if it's not already done, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.